Um... That's about the size of it, really. I mean, is GU a good game? Is it an alright game series? It is. But it's also very mediocre, and it has zero of the charm that the original quadrilogy had. I mean, it was only in the last half of the third game that they even started to have any sense of even the feel of a dot hack game. Not even the charm. You're not getting the charm back. Even with all the stuff they added in the end, none of the charm was there. But they did start to bring back the feel of the original quadrilogy. But to be honest, that was something that they needed to do at the beginning of Game 1. I mean, it really makes the first two games just feel unimportant, and it makes me care less about them. So it comes down to, like, would I recommend these games? I would recommend them if you're not a GU fan. Or if you're not a dot hack fan. If you're not a fan of the original quadrilogy, and by that I don't mean maybe you tried them and didn't like them. I mean just, like, if you're just, like, I don't know too much about the original quadrilogy, I don't know that I cared so much for and I was so excited about when GU came out. I mean, I saw the visuals of it and said, this is going to be so great. Just seeing everything, this is so fantastic. It's going to be so great. And then playing them and maybe thinking they were all right while I was playing them, but by the time I started thinking back to the original quadrilogy, it was just kind of, eh. I mean, even looking at Dot Hack Sign, was there PK? There was PKing in Dot Hack Sign. It existed in Sign. It was a real thing in Sign, but it wasn't like some giant world-changing event like it is here. I mean, again, it's that everything has been cranked up to 11 to unrealistic lengths. It's like, oh, so much PKing, and then the PKing to counter that, and it's all so grand and epic, and it's so unrealistic. PKing is true, it can exist. I've played MMOs with PKing in it before. But it doesn't turn into something like this. If the game was this big on PKing, nobody would play it. It wouldn't be the massively popular game, The World. It would get unfun and people would stop playing. so much like you were dealing with the behind the scenes of the game, that you were dealing with the crap that was that made up the game. You were like breaking the game's very coding. That I mean, what could they have done? Bring out the bugged out HP? They could have done stuff like, they could have done stuff like, someone in the comments mentioned that they could have had the outer dungeons, like, bleed into the normal dungeons. So by the end of the game, everything was so ate up. By the end of the game, everything was just like so ate up that you'd be seeing the outer dungeons in the normal dungeons. You'd see like that effect on the floor and cubes floating through the air. And it's like that's the kind of corruption that would have gave it a much better feel. Yeah, but no, they didn't. They actually did very little with the outer dungeons. They kind of introduced them early on, then did very little with them, and then the finale was exceedingly quick and over before you knew it. In fact, this whole game was rushed. It very much felt like they maybe had plans to do something else. That hurt a little. It felt like maybe they had plans to do more, but they had to compress it all down at the last second just to cram out the ending. It feels like the game went through a lot of trouble as well. I mean, it's like the original quadrilogy had a great deal of... This is gonna sting, everybody get away. Natalie, get the crap up and heal. Heal everybody, thank you. But the original quadrilogy, it felt very whole. It felt very much so like everything was the same. I forgot to do my thing. You know what? No, you're not hitting with that.
Here it comes!
I forgot to change to my twin blade, so we're gonna just kind of hack on him and see what happens. There we go. Yeah, whereas in GU, it feels very disjointed, like they've just had a lot of trouble with it. Things like changing the voice actors of the Lucky Animals and the a reason for them. They could have changed the story as a whole so that fit in somehow. You are... Oh, this is the Tinder Baron. Yes, the Tinder Baron. The Tinder Baron is not... The Tinder Baron is not happy with his lot in life, and he does not like me. He does not like me, and he does not like what I am selling. You'll notice I'm doing 0 damage to him most of the time. I do believe he is physical immune, or something of the sort. I'll say is like the only enemy in the game that's physical immune. And even then, what solutions do you have to deal with it? Stab it until it dies. It's physical immune, and your options are to stab it until it dies. That's your whole strategy. All I can do is keep shooting at it, let Adley do some damage, wait for the morale gauge to build up. And speaking of morale gauge, I probably want to set this over to different awakening. Me, I want to get away from everybody else. Alright, that actually did damage to him. If that one doesn't do it, I'm almost debating... Let's see how much it did off his total HP. Not much. Do-do-do-do-do. Let's try out the Demon Awakening. Demon Awakening is magic damage, so that should potentially hurt him. Oh yeah, I have spells. You know what spells do? they don't help me build up morale. At least I'm pretty sure not. And they're also all pretty crap. Also, I have to go through the menu to get to them. And there, I did 150 damage. And it doesn't build up morale. And then we're just kind of waiting around all day. So this is your option for a physical immune enemy. I may beat him eventually doing this. But really, the preferred option is to stab it until it dies. Because though they gave Haseo the option to cast magic, it's kind of crappy. So stab it, do things, build up morale. That's kind of what you're doing. And what was I saying? What was I ranting about? I don't know. I mean, as far as, like, changing things around and not fitting with the feel of the original game, it's like, even look at net Slum. That hurt a lot. I mean, even look at net Slum. They say it's, oh, net Slum is made up of all the rogue data, all the lost crappy data and stuff. It's like it's made up of all the junk data from the world. And no, it's not. I mean, look at the net Slum in the original quadrilogy. Now, that was made up of the junk data of the world. Keyword junk data of the world. Net Slum in this game, it's not made up of the junk data from the world. It's just made up of junk. I mean, it's just kind of a slum.
Not bad.
That'll do her. it's aimed at a very specific crowd, which it's kind of the same crowd that like the Kingdom Hearts games are aimed after, to be perfectly honest, which is why I don't like the Kingdom Hearts games. It's like, oh, I'm dark and brooding, but I'm secretly like really powerful too, so I'm kind of awesome. And I'm evil and everything too, because even though I'm not really evil, I just like causing mischief. Well, the people in that crowd may enjoy them. If you are a fan of the original quadrilogy, you're probably... I would not recommend this game, to be honest. I think I've said that already. Didn't really want to dash there, but I'll do that. I guess that's more or less the end of my GU rant, though, and kind of my final thoughts on the game. Am I glad I Let's Played it? I am. I'm glad I Let's Played it. I'd say specifically I'm glad I Let's Played it, just because... I mean, I didn't hate it. I'm not like... I don't, like, really like the game, but I don't hate the game, and I could make a lot of people happy, because there are a lot of people out there who like this game, even if I'm not the most fond of it. all these comparisons to the original quadrilogy, and I mean, I love the original quadrilogy. Yeah, I can't even pull them out and show them to you, crap. Well, this is it. The 100th block. The end. The end. To the Forest of Pain. So I'm going to have Adley cast Far Rep on Tabby. And then I'm going to use my Pyramid Medallion. Over and over. Okay, we're full on HP. I'm gonna wait a second to get some SP back. So y'all just sit tight. Alright, I ran back and saved, because crap, if I want to do these 50 floors again, just in case something goes sour at this fight. But, couple last things to say while we're waiting on Adley's SP is, hey, if you want to know about this game and wasting your time, SP regeneration. In the original quadrilogy, it actually regenerated as a percentage of your hull. So, level 1 or level 100, it regenerated at the same speed. And it was maybe a little bit of a wait, but it wasn't that bad. In GU, though, it starts out at a set pace and regenerates a set number always. And then the longer you wait, the more it picks up. This means in early levels it's going to regenerate very quickly, but once you hit the level cap here, you get to sit here and wait for probably like 10 minutes for Adley's SP to regenerate. So if you want to know something about wasting your time, how about that 10 minutes for standing there getting some SP back? That said, there are a couple people have been mentioning / asking if I know about the various little dot hack projects that are going on. There's a group called Cyber Connects, S on the end, plural. This is not the Cyber Connect that made dot hack. It's just some group of guys. But they put together a top-down 2D dot hack, which, to be honest, looks like it was made in RPG Maker, and really I'm not all that inclined to look into it. And then they were apparently working on a 3D one. I do hope they got the visuals better on the 3D one, because last I checked they were atrocious. And by that I mean they didn't even have like the same style characters or anything. I mean they were like copy-pasted out of Second Life or something. Looked pretty terrible. So if that hasn't gotten a little bit better, then I don't have much interest in looking into that one either. As for the later dot hack games, after GU came Link, which I kind of gave my opinion on Link. I have very little interest in trying out that one. But yes, I do also know that not only is there a new dot hack movie coming out soon, but when it comes out, they're also working on a brand new dot hack game. Now, no word really on what platform it's going to be on, but Dollars to Donuts is on the PS3. That aside, as opposed to in the article, it showed that as opposed to the previous games in the series, specifically they said, unlike GU and dot hack Link, they're going for a much more photorealistic style for the visuals than the anime-like style of GU and Link. I looked at this doesn't mean they're getting like real-looking people in there, but it doesn't look like it was yanked out of the visuals don't look like they were yanked out of an anime. And assuming this stretches, I don't have that much problem with the visuals being that way, but assuming this stretches to the story being less anime-like, I welcome this new game with open arms. It's been shown that Haseo is in it, in his original Black Adept Rogue outfit, his like rank 1 outfit. So that's been shown. We don't know if he's the main character. We don't know if he's a minor character. We don't know if he's a background character. To be honest, I don't know. I'd believe it if they told me that that was just kind of a tech demo and it was just kind of something they tossed in. So we know He is back and has the force to cover it up. That line I said did not come out well at all.
Is this what they call a big boss? Go!
And they're all going to get murdered in 3...
A soulless piece of scrap metal.
Oh crap, he can talk.
What the?
See, this is how evil works, folks. There is no friendship. There is no nothing, there is no teams. You can be on the same team and enemies the next. This is how evil works. Wow, he actually kinda...
That's so terrible. I can't believe it.
Volset's chosen one. I shall endeavor to teach you what a true god really is.
Here goes.
Your evil powers will be no match for us. Your deceptive ways, your troubling ways, your untrusting ways, they are never to be fooled with. We can defeat them. Nothing will stand up to our friendship power. He's actually not weak to anything, alright. Now, unlike the one sin previously, there's actually not all that much strategy involved in fighting the true Cernunnos here. You shoot him until he dies. And he's powerful, and he hurts. And are you already, like, out of... He's also got some kind of counter something on. Which is why Tabby keeps getting, like, one hit of her combo in. Oh, she's also cursed. That would explain why she's running so low on SP. And this is why you really want to use dual guns for mostly everything. Oh man! Eat it, God! pretty good chunk of damage. Let's see, I think he's got like 9,000 HP though, so it really wasn't like... wasn't fantastic. Crap. Nope, that only kind of worked. Nope. Oh no, he's not. Nope, more he is doing something. Wah. This guy's got a lot of defense. I'm like not doing crap damage to him. Ow! Okay, note to self. Right hand is punching you. Oh, he's gonna do the right hand again, which means I'm safe if I stay close to him. He does have tells. That's kind of nice. I don't know what this tell is, but I'm getting the crap away from him. Oh, he healed himself! You sack of crap! I was trying to think up an insult and nothing really came to mind, so sack of crap it is. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Ah! This guy's got so much defense, I almost wonder if a Beast Awakening would do more damage. Because I think that negates defense. Let's try that, because we're probably going to get a few of these, because this is a freaking long fight. Safe as long as I stay close to him. Or not. Oh, Adelaide. Oh, crap, I thought that was Tabby, and I was waiting for Adelaide. Where's my item of reviving people? I've got like 20 of them. Where are they? I can't target. Dang it. Camera. Freaking camera. I can't revive her if I can't get her on screen. Now, where is it? It's one of these. Oh, she's back. Okay. Oh, Tabby did it. Alright. Good job, Tabby. Now, recover an ally's SP by 250. Now she can cure. Ow! Thank you. Gotta stay in close. A lot of his attacks actually won't hit me if I'm in here. This is gonna hurt, isn't it? No, it isn't. Item. I have more items. Recover an ally's SP by 250. That's the one. And then we just keep shooting. And then that hurt a little. You know, I like how the bar for your avatar awakening, or for your awakening, actually changes color dependent on which awakening you're using. So, like, it's red now, so as long as you know that, then I don't actually have to worry about things like... God dang it! You sack of crap! Quit that!
This is it.
Here I come.
Like, Like, this is a huge arena. You know how long it takes me to walk halfway across this arena to get to you? Okay, I think Beast Awakening is kind of the way to go. Avatar Awakening is generally good for taking out casual riffraff, but for the most part, when you're fighting bosses, Beast Awakening. Beast Awakening just tears through stuff. And the biggest reason it tears through stuff is because it negates defense. And when you're fighting a big old boss, guess why the fight takes forever and a half? Because you're doing like 1 damage at a time. This should do her. And the final reward for beating the final everything is the DGZ. The final dual guns in the game.
Am I going to die? I see. I am going to die. I'm really going to die. It seems that I'm going to die. Finally. A job well done, Judge. Gananos has finally accepted his true death, and the world is safe again. I shall give you this for your service.
I guess this puts the Forest of Pain event to an end. So, shall we get back to town? What was that? Is there another event? Is everyone okay? What? This is... No. This is... just like last time. Whether I chose to fight or to run, there would be no regrets. So, is that a satisfactory answer?
This is the final question. Someone ransacks your domicile.
Break. They are merely new beginnings to this never
Wait!
Huh? Did you say something, Haseo?
Huh? I'm back. It doesn't look like anyone noticed what just happened here. Or did it only happen to me? Never mind. Let's go back to town. Ovan. Am I just hallucinating?
So that's what happened, huh?
It felt like it was a dream. It didn't feel real. Was Ovan really there in front of me? Or was he just some kind of illusion?